Interested in working remotely from home with the ability to set your own schedule? Then contact Notary to Notary. Our online training program teaches individuals everywhere how to create and run successful notary businesses nationwide. Whether you're looking for supplemental or full-time income, we'll teach you the benefits of being a business owner, including time and financial freedom. Visit notarytonotary.com to learn more about our training program.
Hey guys, have you had a chance to grab your new Notary to Notary Notary Journal? Super excited. We just launched our new Notary Journal, and it's super awesome because you can keep track of every single one of your notarial acts, including your e-notary acts, all in one place. And also in the very beginning of the journal, there's a guide with common loan terms and definitions of the most common notarial acts just for you. Get your copy online today at Amazon.com. And until next time, happy signing. So it's not hard to do. And I think a lot of people, they get into it, it can be, I think the hardest thing for most people is the fear they have of themselves. Like they're just intimidated and they're scared and they are like, what if I mess up? And it's all in their head, but the actual work itself is so easy. And it's for me. So when I got into it, at one point I was a manager at Qdoba, and I don't know if you eat Qdoba, but that's a lot of work. That's guacamole. That's pico. That's a whole lot of work. That's a whole lot of manual labor. Mm-hmm. That was hard. Okay. This, all I gotta do is look at IDs and sign papers. This is not hard. This is easy. Do you hate your job? Trust me, I've been there. Dreading Mondays, can't wait for Fridays. Did you know you didn't have to live like that? I did for years until I found my notary commission. Now you're probably thinking, how in the world is a notary making great money? I teach you that in my Ultimate Notary Training Bundle. I'm going to teach you how you take a simple notary commission and begin generating six figures for yourself and your business. You don't have to stay in the rat race. You can actually live the life that you would love to wake up to every single day. Don't delay. Click the link below and I'll teach you.
All right. What has been your best day? Because I like to leave on a high note. If you can remember, what has been your best day dollar-wise as a notary that you can remember?
That I remember? Yeah. I'd probably say closer to like 1,800 in one day. It was a snow day. That's what it was. Because no one wants to work on a snow day. So I took everybody's work. That was fun.
Oh, that's dope. All right.
And that's loan closings. Loan closings and general notary work. Yeah. Now you can hear me. Hey guys, good morning. First of all, it's snowing here in Virginia. This is like the sign I need to go back to Florida. I know, on the way. Good morning. Super excited to see all of you guys. Are you guys excited? I'm really excited for Tammy's story. So I told you guys yesterday that we were going to have on Miss Tammy Merle from Merle Notary Services, one of my students here at Notary to Notary, and she is a graduate of the Built For You program. And I'm really excited because she's going to tell you how she got it, her whole journey here, all the training, all of the hard times, and then of course at the end we'll end with all of her success. So I'm really excited about it. Before we get into that, though, make sure I have everybody in. I was trying to make sure we were able to stream on a couple different platforms this morning, so bear with me. How your morning going? How's your morning going? Hey, Tamika. It's still morning. We have 5 more minutes. Oh, okay. So it's still morning for 3 more minutes. Hey, Rick. Hey, Renee. I haven't seen you in forever. It's been a while. So anyway, I'm really excited to get into this. Imagine, yes, you're in your bed. Tamika, you're always in your bed until money calls. Then you're like, okay, let's go. All right, so let's make sure. Hold on one second, guys. Okay. While we wait for Miss Tammy to hop on, I'm a little early. I definitely want to just talk more about the industry itself. If you guys have questions, make sure you put them in the chat so we can. Hold on. Make sure she got the link. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, perfect. Yay! All right, she'll be on in a second. All right, so like I said, I started as a notary back in 2014. I've been training and teaching people how to build businesses left and right. Not in the chat, Sierra said, just up a signing. And Tamika says, okay, let me get that money. How about, no, get out the bed. You got to go do something yourself. She's like, listen, y'all are ridiculous. Anywho, so let's talk about the Built For You program. So the Built For You program is a program that we launched last year. In efforts to simplify the notary business building process. So in working with notaries for years, I realized that a lot of you guys are having the same issues. Website marketing, notarial access, all the same thing. So we broke it down into this program that is really going to take a lot of the guesswork out of what you have to do. We put it in order, in a 13-week order. So that way, you're not skipping steps. You're making sure that everything's set up the right way. And we're able to help do some of that tedious stuff that most notaries skip or don't want to do, like the website build, like the marketing materials, like the signing services, all that good stuff. So we do a lot of the legwork for you in that capacity with the Built For You program. So hold on one second. Let me make sure. I don't even think I put the link for it in the description. So bear with me. I know everyone's going to ask, where's the link? So we have the mini built, but today we're talking about the main Built For You. And I want to make sure I'm not. Hold on, guys. Work with me this morning. It was here. Let me look at one more thing. Hold on. Built For You. Let me just search it. I think it comes up that way. Hold on. I'm looking at all my links. Here it is. I could have just searched it. I'm trying to get on. Look, seriously, I'm trying to get on your level, Tamika. Listen, I like it. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, I'm really excited to have Tammy on because she's going to be telling you guys all about how she got started on this journey, what it takes to actually build a business, all that. Oh, there she is. Hey, Shuckus. Okay, hold on one second. Hold on. And I love your hair. I can see it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Is it purple?
No, it's like platinum's white. Yeah, to match these gray hairs right here.
It's cute. It's cute. I thought it was giving me like a purplish tint. Maybe it's the light, but it's
the lighting. Yeah, I was trying to figure out the lighting. Yeah.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I was like, hold on, sis. Everyone's doing like color hair. And it was like, hold on, sis. I didn't know we were going purple. Good morning. Well, good afternoon now. It's 12 o'clock. Someone was saying, you can't say what Tamika said. You can't say it's afternoon. Now I can. Good morning. So first and foremost, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, but I'm going to do a little prelude. So this is Tammy. And Tammy, we have known each other, I know now, for a couple years now.
Yes.
A couple years. And I was like, when you told me your story yesterday, I said, oh my God, I'm so excited. And I was like, okay, we got to get you on YouTube because I didn't know it was like that. So I'm really excited for you. I know. I'm really happy.
I'm very conservative and shy. So when I saw your flyer, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't want all that out there. I really didn't.
You can't be shy. No, we got to get you out there, girl. Okay, so first, let's just start off with the introduce yourself, tell them your name, and tell us also, like, when was the first time you heard about Notary? When was the first time? Yeah.
Well, I am the owner and founder of Merle Notary Services. I'm located in the DMV area in Reston, Virginia. If you know, you know. But Northern Virginia. And I heard about Notary because my husband and I were doing a refinance on our home. And I was working in the medical field and I was burned out. And he was talking about retiring. And I was like, I want to do something else. So when the notary came into our home and I started talking to him about it, and I was like, I could do this. I've always had like an interest in real estate, but I was like, okay, I could do this. I had no idea how deep the rabbit hole goes. I've learned a lot since then. And then I just went out online looking for a class or something because I didn't know, how to get started. And I discovered the lovely Miss Vanessa. Yay! And I was so impressed with just a young African-American woman out there doing it, and I was just like, okay. And she was, where were you? I came to one of your classes. We
In
drove
Virginia?
yeah,
Okay.
in Virginia. We drove I had my husband drive me out there. It was like a 2-hour drive, but I wanted to be in the class in person because I needed to see what this was all about. And I loved the class, and her energy was so great. And there were other people there who had been in her class. So I'm like, okay, I could do this. So that's how I started. And then I had to make some decisions though, because there's so much out there with notary. There's fingerprinting, there's general notary work, and then there's loan signing. And for me personally, at first I tried to do everything and I wasn't accomplishing anything.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I just want to do loan signing. That's honestly what I wanted to do. And that was a risk for me because there's so many ways to make money being a notary. But I chose this path. And I became a remote online notary, as well as being a loan signing notary. But I invested in my education. I had to go out there and get certifications. I'm NNA certified. I'm certified through loan signing systems. I'm certified through Notary to Pro. And I had to invest some money. I have background checks through NNA. I'm Fidelity approved. And I have some people are going to balk at this, but I have a $1 million E&O policy. But that opened me up to so much bigger companies that needed that type of background in order to hire you. Yeah. So it helped my business, but it exposed me at the same time. I mean, I have fallen down. I could tell you last night, it's little things. I drive myself crazy. It exposed my character. How I need to be more organized, how you need to think ahead, how you need to plan ahead. I do have a scanner and a printer in my car because those are the type of things you need to be.
Yeah.
I get up every morning, 7 days a week, and I get dressed like this. I put on my suit and I'm ready to go every day by 7:30 because you have to be ready. You have to be in that mindset that this is my business. I didn't just want to be a loan signing agent. I wanted to build a business like Vanessa had. And that's a whole different mindset. But I mean, it exposed my character. Like last night, I couldn't figure out why isn't my laptop charging? The cotton picking battery had come off. I mean, just little things like that driving myself crazy. I'm sitting outside of FedEx and it closes at 7:30 and I have to, purchasing documents. Another thing is when you learn about the documents that you are notarizing as a loan signing agent, these people are dependent on you to get those scan backs. Scan backs can be annoying. They can be. And sometimes purchases can be 150 to 200 pages. But they need that in order to fund the loan. And a lot of these companies are in California. So maybe it's 7:00 here, but it's like 4:00 there. So it's just, if you don't love it and you don't understand how important you being a loan signing agent, or if you are doing general notary work, whatever it is you decide to do, if you don't understand the importance of what you play in that position, you're not going to last, because there are little things that come up. There little annoyances. There's the investment that you have to make, but it is so worth it if you love it. And that's how I was able to build it up to, but that's an
$10,000 a month. You go ahead. I'm gonna say it. Listen, that's also a mindset shift that we have to overcome. It's okay to make money. It's okay to make good money, and it's okay to talk about it. Because guess what? People don't make no money. They talk about that like, oh, I need some money for this. I need some money. But people talk about when they don't have money. It's okay for us to talk about when we do have money. So that's actually interesting, because I have people who come to me and they say, oh, you big money now. Oh, and before I used to be like, no. But now I'm like, yeah, I am. And we have to just walk in that confidence and not feel the need to be like, no, yeah, it is. It is that good. It is that good. Thank you.
Well, I wasn't one of those people that's, the first month they made 10 grand. The first year I made 10. I didn't even do it the first year. My struggle was real. I fell down so many times and I struggled so much to get here. And even now, there are things that I still have to touch. I mean, I'm sitting here doing, if you could see my setup here, I'm sending out emails and every day I'm doing something. I'm either refreshing a class, or I'm doing some marketing, or every day. And this phone sits right here waiting for something to come up. So you're right. It's a mindset. I don't think about the money as I think about the relationships and the connections and the people I'm helping. And that's kind of helped me. I just woke up one day and I was like, oh my gosh, this is doing better than I thought. But it changed my character. It changed my habits and the person that I was. It had to, in order for me to maintain this, because there's no plan B. If I don't show up, there's no money. If I don't follow through, that's my reputation. That's my company. I could get a something against my policy if I do something wrong. So it's so important to understand the importance of, if this is your business, this is you. You're the product. Vanessa, people come to her because of who she is, and she's legit. And I'm telling you, she has kept in touch with me since she met me. I asked her for, like a year ago, I asked her for a reference letter, and she's always like, oh yeah, okay. Always positive. I've never heard her be, like, oh, well, she always gives me that jolt of energy. So when she called me and I told her, she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And it was kind of a day I was kind of feeling like, and her energy kind of said, yeah, I did, didn't I? I did.
You did.
Yeah.
So it's a couple things you said that I just thought were really amazing. And normally when we do these interviews, I kind of like focus on the, like, what did you do? How did you do it? But I think it really like needs to, because it's really hard to capture this thought. But when you said, I get up in the morning, 7:30, and I'm dressed and I'm here and I'm working, and I'm like, people don't understand. Like, it's a shift that has to happen that a lot of people don't do when they're starting a business. They kind of treat it like a hobby. But I can see that you have become your business. And it's like, no, this is what I do every day. Like, I'm dressed the part every day. I show up. If I'm not actively out doing work, I'm emailing, because you're working on your business. And it's like, talk more about that, like what that looks like. Was it a shift in your mind that happened along the way that you really started to embody? When I'm not working actively, I'm still working. This is a business that I run every day.
Yes. So and I'm sorry, I just got a job. So I just
Yay! Boom, look at that. Let's
go. That's always going. I gotta keep that phone going. Okay. So yeah. So what people, and one person told me, they don't know you're there. Mm-hmm. They don't know that you are a loan signing agent. They don't know your qualifications. So what I do is, when I'm not out doing closings, is I'm letting people know, hi, I'm here. Hi, I'm certified. Hi, I'm qualified. I can take the pain out of you worrying about, did a notary miss a stamp, or is the date incorrect? Did the signer miss a place signing? I meticulously go through all of my documents, and when I'm not actually in front of a client, I do it at home. I pretend like I'm doing signings, and I go through it forward, and then I go through it backwards, and I practice setting up my scanner and all the problems that can go wrong with it. So it's just knowing that you have to be ready, but it has to start from the inside. It has to start with your system, because if you've never run a business before, maybe some people have, I had not. There are things that are imperative that you do, and being present and showing up reflects itself in the character of who you are, and it'll show you, okay, this is what you need to stop doing this, and you need to do this more. So when I get responses back with my emails, like I'm doing right now, I color code my spreadsheet, and I'll say, okay, this person did this, then I'll make notes for this person. Some people are very responsive, and I'm like back and forth and back and forth. And other people, it takes me 1 or 2 times.
Can I stop you right there? Because that's something in itself. I keep telling people, like, you don't just get business cards, or you don't just send out. People just do like one thing, and it's okay, that's it. Then they sit back. But the fact that no, this is a relationship building. I have a system. I have a spreadsheet. And I ask people, you could use like a HubSpot or any other CRM.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
I have a CRM too, and I go out and do visiting, and I hate it. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I hate it. I'm an
tell them why you
introvert
hate it.
and
Tell
I'm
them why you
shy.
hate it.
I am. I'm an introvert and I'm shy. And when I walk in there, it takes me 10 minutes to get out of the car, walk in there. At Christmas, I had little mugs made with candy canes I put in them, and I would go in there, and if somebody was mean to me, well, I would have to go sit in my car and go, oh my gosh, but it helped. But getting in front of them, I ended up with 3 jobs at Christmas because of that. But everything you do when you're building this business, when you're passionate about it, you're constantly looking for different ways to reach somebody, to reach the person that's going to hire you, or make that connection. Somebody may know somebody that knows somebody. So it is more than just pass out your business card. I do that too, but I also you have to have conversations. You have to let people know you're a person, you understand, you're real. And if they don't have business for you, then you can say, well, if the person is out sick or something, let me know. I'll come in. I've done some pro bono work too, just to get in the door. And I'm signed up with every signing service too. I mean, I am hitting everything. I have 3 direct clients, and I have signing services, and I treat them all as important. When I first started, I would take like $20. Now I'm up to, my average is about 85 to 125. It depends on the package. You have to work and show them that you're worth the money. And I think some people jump into this and they think, oh, I should be making $100, but it doesn't work that way. If you don't have the education, if you don't have the commitment, if you don't show them that you will be an asset to their team, why would they pay you that much?
Exactly.
I think that's the mindset that some people miss.
And I think too, adding on to that, there are people who say like, oh, well, I won't take, when I say, okay, these are the jobs that I do, mind you, I've also been doing this for 10 years. So yeah, now I can say I'm not taking anything this amount, but it also took me a long time to get there. And still, if there's a company I really want to work with, and I like, it's a title, usually it's title or like a law firm now that I'm like, oh, I really want this company, and they offer me something that I'm not typically used to taking, I'll take it to show them what I can do. For example, I had a company that I went to, it was a title company, it was in Florida. I did the job for them. I think I did like 2 or 3 for them. The owner of the title company sat me down and said, hold on, because you're different. And they loved me. And they even offered me a job at the title company. Like, can you come work in here? And I was just like, well, not right now.
Yeah.
But if I had shut that door and just said, oh, I want to be paid this amount of money, that opportunity wouldn't have opened for me. And so it's all, like you say, we're building relationships with your people. And so you said you use a CRM. Really quick, just touch on that. Like, how has that impacted using it? I'm trying to tell everybody to use CRMs, and they don't seem to understand why. So can you like break down how that changed you, like your business?
Well, I was one of those people. It didn't happen right away. It took me like a year before I was like, oh, but let me try this. So, and I didn't like it. I'm going to be real. I didn't like it because you have to, I'd have to keep, enter the person's name and their contact information, all that. But after a while, I value it now. I mean, I kind of do both. I have my little spreadsheet. I'm still old school, but I also have it in my CRM. And the way I use my CRM, it's also on my phone. And I'm able to put in information like I went to see them like 2 weeks ago. So I can keep track of, like, there's one title company that I need to go back and see that I saw at Christmas. So I'll keep track of, little things about, oh, she works by herself. They need people more at the end of the month. That's one key too. The end of the month. Oh my gosh. Huge. They and understanding the mortgage company, the way the mortgage business works too, helps. They want those closings at the end of the month so that they can get their commission checks. So if a notary calls in sick or whatever could happen, that's your prime time to kind of slide in there and say, okay, I'm here, remember me? So I do take notes on now. I use it more now than I've ever used it. And I'm able to do email blasts. So that's the beautiful thing in AI. If you are not using AI, I love it. I will put in, I can put in like nonsense. What's the best thing to say something to an escrow company versus a title company about their pain points? Go boop, 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 boop. Beautiful. And the more I use it, it's learning. So now I have it so that in my CRM, it answers certain emails when it sees certain keywords. So it's like having a little baby staff, you know.
Yes. Yes. That's another, but trying to get them on AI is the next thing. First time, it's like levels to it, like what you have to do to get to that point.
True.
So really quick, before we talk about all your success, just give us like, if you could give us like 2 or 3 examples of your failures that you've had, like the worst moments when you thought you were going to quit, you're going to lose your mind and say, this is what is happening.
That was a tough one. My biggest failure is about a year. I think maybe I've been doing loan signings about 6 months, about a year and a half ago. I walked into a closing, and I just had an eerie feeling about it. But I was closing for the purchaser and the seller, so both sides, both parties were there. I didn't realize what it was till I got there. And it was a company I wanted to work with so bad, and I'm not going to say their name. I lost that. They stopped working with me. It was so bad. I messed that up. So, first of all, I didn't realize that one was the seller and one was the purchaser. I'm sorry, one was the seller, one's the purchaser. I didn't understand how to work the documents. I hadn't had any classes yet. So what I do now, I go through the closing disclosure line by line, and I can tell them everything that they need to know about the closing disclosure, the other costs versus the costs associated with the title company and stuff like that. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
And I screwed it up so bad. And not to mention, I canceled the closing. I just said, well, we can't do this. Whoever gave you this it's wrong. It's just totally wrong. And I canceled the closing. Oh my gosh. That person who owned the signing company sent me an email, and it was rough. And it took me 2 months to come back from that. But because I felt so responsible that I should have walked in there, I should have been educated. I should have. I blew this for everybody, for the people that were there, for the title company, for escrow. I just blew it for everybody. And that that company signing service no longer had those people as a client. I mean, I took it so hard. And at that point, I realized I needed to be educated. I need to do the time and spend it on learning about the documents, the critical documents, the note, the first letter payment, the closing disclosure. What's the difference between the settlement and the closing disclosure? Noting the occupancy affidavit. All the things, what you need to notarize, what doesn't need to notarize, what needs to be in the block, in your notary block. Mm-hmm. I mean, you need to understand all of it so that you can explain, and then know what you can't say. You can't give legal advice. Yeah. And I did that too. I think I did that too. I just blew that up. Man, it took me a long time to come back from that. So that was one. And then getting to know your scanner and your printer. Mm-hmm. That is key. You become IT. You have to know how to troubleshoot. And sometimes time is not your friend. So you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh. So I had a purchase. It's about 200 pages and my toner went out. And I did not have backup toner. And these pages were so light, and I could not send it out that way. And I had to cancel it like 5 minutes before I was supposed to be there. Again, that company doesn't work with me anymore. So those are the type of failures that if you care, it'll stick with you. But now, as soon as one toner goes out, I put another toner on order. Yes, it's $300 and something, and I have the brother printer that differentiates between the different pages. I mean, you don't have to do all that, but for me, I needed that.
You should do all of that. So there's never, for the record, you should, as a loan, if you're focusing on loan signing. So for the record, I always have 2 printers. Because printers die and you be looking crazy. Okay. You'll be looking crazy. Then you have to go to Office Depot and buy a printer, then come back and set it up. I promise you, there's never a point where I don't have at least 2 printers, even if it's just my big one and my mobile. And you should always have backup toner, and you should always have backup paper. So that's not crazy. That is, and it's so funny, really quick. I had a moment where I had a signing like that, and both of my printers died. They were both dead. And I had to take a picture of the screen of both printers And I felt horrible because the signing was that morning. And I took a picture of the screen and I sent the message, my printers are dead. And I am so sorry. But even in that moment where someone could say, well, that wasn't your fault because the signing was at like 10. I think I started printing. I had to, as a business owner, I had to troubleshoot and say, well, how could I have done this better? They did send me docs that evening. I didn't print it that evening. I waited to the morning. Yes. And that was when I had to say, Vanessa, well, if you had printed last night, you would have found it last night. And that's when you have to really just sit down with yourself and say, and as a business owner, you have to troubleshoot your business. You have to say, yeah, I can sit here and say, oops, the printer. Or I can say, how can I make that never happen again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's very true. Same with your scanner in your car. Mm-hmm. Practice with that thing. I mean, you know, I had a little scan still sitting there, this little scanner. I hated this dumb thing. It jammed all the time. I was like, ugh. So I had to spend the money and get a better scanner. But then sitting in my car, I had my husband build this little wood thing that I could sit my scanner on and my printer on so that I could scan it or print. I mean, there are just different things that you learn. You know, last night I was like, what is my problem? I mean, you do have those days too. You're still human, but like Vanessa said, this is your business. Mm-hmm. This is you. And if you're passionate about it and you want to show a level of excellence, then you do the little things. You get the printer, you get the scanner, you do all the things that you need to do to present yourself as excellent.
Yeah, and that's also, so two pieces to that. That's also why we do, like Notary does that loan doc masterclass where I say, like we have the regular notary signing agent training where we just go over all the docs like a brief, but then I do the masterclass where we go over, for example, the closing disclosure, like line by line. What does that actually mean? Just so you become more well-versed in what you're doing. You know, and people say, oh, you have to do all that. You don't, but if you do, you become, you know, like how many times, like if you, I can't explain it. It's so people don't understand. Like that time when I was talking about, when I was at my closing, I didn't have to keep calling or going and asking questions about, because I already knew what it was. But most notaries don't. They just look for notarial sections and say, oh, I got it. But it's so much, like how you said, with purchases, they need same day docs for same day funding. You cannot just say, oh, well, you know, this FedEx was closed or what have you. So, no, I can't tell you how many times I had to drive around trying to find one that would ship it overnight.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And it's like, you have to know, but your clients are going to love you. If
they are going to love you. And they don't, I mean, I'm in the DMV area and Northern Virginia is vast. So I have to go, maybe if I have to go 10 miles could take me 35 minutes because there's traffic. So you get to the closing and then you have to find a FedEx. So I used to just go to the closing and not find the FedEx ahead of time. Now I know. You find the FedEx when you get the closing. Where's the FedEx? And make sure it's not in a Walgreens. Oh my gosh, that happened to me too. So there's different things that you learn along the way. But I will say, I use Miss Vanessa's format in my website to this day. I still use her flyers that she made for me. My hair is different, but I mean, a lot of what she taught me, she set the foundation of what I'm doing now. And the fact that she checks on me and I see her little emails and she'll call me and, you know, see how I'm doing. I mean, I don't know anybody else as that at her level that does that. I'm still a little peon. I mean, you know, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. No, seriously. I mean, this is new. This is very new money. And I have to keep it going. It's not automatic. I'm not on her level at all, but I do love what I'm doing. And I hope that you gain some, I hope you're not discouraged by this. I hope you're encouraged, but I hope you know that it will expose your character and make you a better person. You'll present your best self. You're going to grow as your business grows. Your character grows, your confidence grows, your level of commitment grows. All of that, and you look up, you go, oh my gosh, wow, I'm really doing this, and people will acknowledge that too, like Miss Vanessa.
And so I'm gonna give you 3 quick questions. I'm not gonna hold you. I know you got work, but 3 quick questions. So you said you were doing online notary. How's that going?
That's going great. I mean, I do it through. So I have my own. I have a QR code, that I send in my mass marketing email about my Ron services. I kind of treat the Ron services separate from my mobile services. I treat them differently. And then I have a couple companies that I do exclusively Ron services for. But I love it. I mean, it's a little different. I mean, it's a lot quicker. You make your money a lot faster. You really do, man. You really, really do. For the company that I work for, Closing Exchange, they pay like $75, $100 a pop, and I'm on the phone, and they only want you on the phone maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah,
that's with their script. They don't, and the clients come into the camera ready. You know, so all you're doing is helping them log in. That's the thing that takes the longest time. But once you're in the documents, it just, I mean, that's such easy money. Yeah, I would love to build my Ron business more. I kind of look at other people who have doing it, and they're doing a lot more Ron business, but they're doing more general notary work. So I don't, about the loan signing, I think title companies and escrow companies, and they're a little slower getting acclimated to doing online notary work. So
yeah, general notary work definitely has more volume for Ron. But we can talk about that. I'll talk about that more, and I'll show you like how to, like, what I'm doing to get more Ron leads in. And because your website looks good, now you just got to optimize it so your leads come through for Ron. So like that's a whole other process.
Oh,
but
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I got you, sis. I got you. Okay, so next question. So question number 2, really quick, just describe what your average day looks like on a day-to-day 6-figure notary. What does your average day look like?
My average day. So usually I don't know why my clients, a lot of them are out west, but they are. So my phone starts dinging like I got 4. So it usually starts around this time, and I'll have like my signing agencies, hit me up. Are you available? Are you available? Are you available? I get a lot of them for same day, and I'll maybe do 2 or 3 same day. And then I have the ones that are already on my books for today. So today I have 5 closings. So I'm out till like, sometimes like 9, 10 o'clock at night. So on average, it's probably about $100 per. So today I'll probably make about $450, $500. So that's
good. That is amazing.
Yeah. That's usually that's my usual day. I do about 4 to 5 closings a day. But I always have my phone. I'm always answering my phone. I try to be discreet even in closings, answering my phone and stuff. But and when I'm not doing that, like I said, I have my spreadsheet here. I'm doing marketing, responding to people who respond to my website, I'm always doing something, or I'm in class. I'm working on another certification, an elite certification. I'm always doing something to try to build up
your
my business.
Exactly. I love that. Okay, so, and I think that's an important piece too. People miss that. Try to highlight that even when you're not actively doing notary work, you should still be working on your notary business 100% of the time, and not just studying. Studying is amazing, it's good, but a lot of times I say that people get stuck in the study part. Like, you actually have to call, you got to email, you got to do your visits. Like, you got to actually get your business in front of the people who can give you work. So you got to find that perfect balance between training, marketing, and doing the work itself. And you're doing it all yourself as a sole proprietor, a single member LLC. Most of you guys should be LLC at this point. I know you have. So, all right. So last question. If you had to give a piece of advice to a new notary or a notary who's been doing it for a while, but they're not seeing the results that they want, what would you tell them?
My question would be, how many signing services have they signed up with? How many people have they reached out to? How many people have they connected with? There's no reason. And I used to.
Say it again.
I used to turn up my face when people would say, oh, I have a list of 350 signing services, escrow, and title companies. How many have you touched? How many have you visited? How many email? I mean, you could even email. I'm the queen of scared to get out there. And, send them an email. What have you done to promote your business? You can't do it sitting there doing nothing. What is a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have to do the work. You have to put forth the effort. You have to you have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because it's going to take you out of what you're used to. So if you want to be successful, do the work. You have to put forth the effort, and it may look different for you, but for me, just emailing, visiting, always being present, knowing, even when I'm in the grocery store and people say something to me, and I'll say, oh, blah 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 blah, just always be promoting yourself and your business. And it's okay if people say no, because the one more no is going to get you to a yes.
Exactly. So there's a little pivot, then we'll let you go. I know I'm not gonna hold you. I know you're busy. So somebody had comments in the chat. So do you think the market is oversaturated?
Oh, I hear that so much.
Okay, I know. So
I hear that so much. Oh my God. So I'm on Notary Cafe.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I said beware of groups and forums.
Beware. Don't get lost in that stuff. That's minutia.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's oversaturated for people who are doing the minimum. It's not oversaturated for for people who are certified. I have 4 certifications. I have $1 million, and I'm up and beyond.
Yeah.
If you put in my zip code in Notary Cafe, I come up first. So you have to find how to get on top of your competition.
Exactly. You gotta work. You have to work.
You really do. And it's such an understatement to say work. You have to be passionate about this. If you're not gonna make it, because there's a lot of money out of pocket. Before I turned this corner and hit 10K, there was a lot of money out of pocket. And I know everybody can't do that. I know they can't. But there are other little things you can do to make yourself better than your competition. Exactly. Every time you do a closing, have 0 errors. 0 errors. Go through it. Take the time to go through it. I go through it forward, and then I go through it backward. I go through it again before I go to FedEx. I obsess about it. When you are in love with excellence, it will lead you to the path of success.
Exactly.
It really, really will. Yeah. It's not oversaturated. It's oversaturated with people doing the minimum.
Yeah.
That's what it's oversaturated with. And then you have to find out what's your niche. Like I said, I've met people who made a lot of money doing fingerprinting. That's great. Or general notary worker. That's great. I'm a loan signing agent. That's me. That's what I do. So, you just have to figure out what works for you. I don't believe the market's oversaturated.
Yeah.
And I've been in it 2 years.
Yeah. It's only been 2 years?
It's only been 2 years.
Really?
Yep.
That is cool. Look at you. Yeah. Okay. That makes me, I'm happy about that. And more to come. I'm going to shoot you an email, though, on your website. It's this new AI tool. I know I'm in AI. It's the AI tool. You are. You're going to love it. When I show it to you, I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to show you how it works. Honey, you know how we build sites. We look at our insights. We look at our traffic. We put stuff out. We test it. We do this tool does all that for you. It tells you exactly, you want to get people to call you for online notary, put this on here, put it like this, it does it perfectly. I'm telling you. And then sometimes I really like it too, because sometimes we'll try to rank for something. Let's say, what's your city? What city are you in?
I'm in Reston, Virginia.
So let's say you're using notary and Reston as your keywords all the time. It'll show you if, hey, that keyword's really oversaturated. If you just start saying mobile notary Reston, or what, it'll give you different terms, and they'll tell you exactly what content to put on your website and your profile. You'll come up higher in the search results for everybody that's searching for that. Yeah. It's really good. And AI is exact.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold on. And I've seen, and I'm telling you, it tells you, honey, I fell in love.
I love it. I use it for my emails when I respond in emails and when I write letters. And it sounds like it starts to learn. Yeah, shoot me that. I'm in.
You're gonna love it. I'm actually teaching this at the NNA conference this year. So you get a little sneak peek. Oh yeah, it's good. I fell in love with it. I was telling other business owners that's not just notaries about it, because I'm like, listen, it takes all the guesswork out. Whatever you want to rank for, you tell what you want to rank for. It tells you exactly what needs to go on your website to get those searches, those leads. Perfect.
That's perfect. Oh, perfect. And one more thing I want to say. This whiteboard. So on this whiteboard on the other side, I wrote my dreams. I can't
let's see. Flip it over.
See, I put my, oh my gosh, I have it. Let's see, you have like, I had like generational wealth, multimillionaire, different, I put my dreams up there, $10,000 a month.
And you hit it.
Yeah. So, you can't really see it, but, it's corny, but it works. It always kept it always kept it in the forefront of my mind.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I always put my stuff on my phone, like my screensaver. I put it on my wall and my journal. It's everywhere. You got to see it all day so that when you get that no in the car, if your screensaver is your goal, it's like, okay, one step closer. We're okay. One step closer. Yeah. And the beautiful thing I was telling them too yesterday, I said, when I was really excited to hear you say that, is because your life is now different. Like your life's completely different. Like making $10,000 a month is not, most Americans don't make that. Like that's not normal. You know what I mean? That's not like no. So to be able to do it.
Yeah, I had to hire a professional accountant because it's a whole nother level.
Honey, we can get the taxes later. That's what you gotta start having. Still, how we gotta file this? How we claiming this one? Listen.
We're at lunch. I talked about loan signing. Okay, we can write that off. Yeah,
there you go. I'm so serious.
It's a whole nother level when you start bringing in that type of income. The responsibility to whom much is given, much is required. So
yeah, I'm definitely still learning. Like taxes is always, you're never gonna be done with that, and that's why I'm always gonna look at taxes, I look at grants, I look at business credit, I look at all that stuff, just to see, especially at the beginning of the year is a great time to look for grants. So right now it's a great time. All businesses are launching, they have all this money because most of their budgets just reset in the beginning of the year. Great time. Beginning of the year and end of the year is the best time for go for grants, because at the beginning of the year they have tons of money. At the end of the year, they have all the money they haven't been able to give out yet. Most companies have a budget. They have to get rid of it. So this is where you go get it. So beginning and the end, that's like your key grant time.
But that's good, because I didn't even have any problem with business credit. I mean, I had like 3 or 4 business credit cards. I had no problems with that. But the grants, I didn't have as many.
Yeah. And that's a journey. The more you go through it, the better you get at finding the ones that you're most likely to be able to win. It's just and then it's also another thing with grants. I'm not always the best at it. Same thing with signing service. Success is in volume. You got to figure out a way to, how can I hit 100 in a short time frame? Like really getting that down, just knocking them out. Because it's really, once again, it's a volume thing with grants too. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. For sure. Well, I'm excited, Tammy. Thank you for coming on here and tell us all your goods. I'm really excited. I'm going to shoot you that email over too for the website build. I'm going to brag on you a little bit more, because somebody asked me to see your website. So I'm going to screen share your website and talk about
my goodness. There are things I need to fix. I mean, I was looking at oh my gosh, I got to fix this and that. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But there always going to be things. But I want to stuff to be fixed on it too. Like we always fix, we always improve, we always do more. We're running a business. It's what we have to do, Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm gonna let you go on your busy day. Go and do your thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I gotta call back and confirm with the signer. So
yay! Yes, thank you, Tammy. You are the best ever.
All right. I appreciate you.
Happy signing.
Happy signing, sweetheart. Take care.
All right,
okay. Bye-bye.
Okay. So that was Miss Tammy in Virginia. I did see a couple questions. Let me see. Let me go back up to the top. Yeah, so she primarily focuses on loan signing. So notary signing, loan signing. But as a notary, you can do a lot more. You can do general notary work, loan closing, e-notary, non-notary work. There's lots of tiers. I personally also love loan signing, and I love general notary work. Those are like my 2 faves. Loan signing, general notary work. That's my faves. I like general notary work because you get paid same day. And it's quick, it's easy. Like when I do my e-notary, it is so funny. People say, do you market to title companies for e-notary? I don't personally, because I personally don't like doing e-closings. Me personally, they take a lot longer than general notary work. And so I like attorneys. because attorneys will say, oh, can you do like this estate package or the, a will or what have you? And it's fast, like in and out of there super fast. Because it could be, even if the document's like 30 pages, it's usually just signing the last one versus like a loan package being like 100, 150, 200 pages. It's not my preference. However, some people love doing e-closings. The beautiful thing about this business, you can do whatever you want. What fits you? You pick where you want to be. And it's so funny because one of my other Built For You graduates that I did the interview for, Crystal, I was telling her, I forgot why I was emailing her. I don't remember. But she was saying that it was at least 10K. Her interview was on YouTube too. But she's like, well, now I got to hire people to help with her workload. Like, I need to hire people. I need to get these grants. Like, her volume's just that. But it's also like, it's a lot of work. So when I say this, guys, I don't want you to feel like, oh, these are flukes. No, these are like people that are putting a lot of work into their business. And it's not something that's just fly by night. It's not a fly by night thing. You like the same way that Tammy was like, well, when I'm not out actually working, I'm going through my spreadsheet. How many of you guys go through your clients? She has 350 clients that she goes through. Do you have a client list? Are you using a CRM? How are you managing your business? Like all that. This is why, like, even in the Built For You, there's 1 week that's just like, I tell people just to use HubSpot. HubSpot's a free CRM you can use. They have a free, like, what is it? Like entrepreneurial free version of that you can use, or you get paid to have, how that goes, pay to use more features. But HubSpot's really good. It helps you track your clients. It helps you, like, I say all the time, when I go places, I take notes. I put notes in, who did I talk to? Did they talk about a birthday? Was it this? What are they looking for? What's their specialty? Like, there's one time this, and the more you do, the more you'll build up. This one title company in particular, she was reaching out to me because she was like, I reached out to her, and then she was like, we were looking for notaries in Texas. This is my signing service. Notaries in Texas that have access to attorney's offices for closing, because there's a law in Texas about that. And so I put that in her notes, and I'm like, okay, well, let me go call a bunch of companies that I can use. And I found a company that said, hey, I found 2 that said, hey, you can use our location for your notaries. And so boom, set that up. Called her, hey, got it. We good to go. We're good. But I would only know that from talking to them and getting that feedback, so that way I can solve their problems. And so, like, if you're brand new to this is like level 10. If you're just walking in the door, you don't focus on that. When you're just walking in the door, you focus on your law. That's what I do. Focus on, what is my job? Okay. Focus on, what is a notary? What's the handbook? What are the laws? Like, I'm not kidding when I say I've memorized my handbook. Like, I know there's nothing in there that you can't ask me that I don't know. Not only that, there's no law that pertains to notary work that I don't know, because I go above and beyond. I took the time to master the law for Virginia in terms of what I do. So that way, for example, I've had one of my big e-notary clients reach out to me and say, hey, I got another closing for you, another signing. Can you do this? And when I looked at what was being done, I said, hey, no. That's illegal. I can't do that. But they didn't know. They were like, oh, the client just asked us to do it. I didn't say, okay, no, it's illegal because of this. And I had to show them the code. You cannot do that. That's illegal. Right. But a lot of my clients love that I know the law. A lot of my clients love that I know, like, how to get things done. Like, okay, we can do it like this. What do you have? Like, I'm a problem solver for them. And that makes them more confident in using my skills. And something as simple as, I remember Tammy was talking about, just going up and beyond. When most of I'm not gonna say all, because I'm not perfect. A lot of my closings, after the closing, I send a follow-up email just to make sure everything was fine. Like, I just follow up, hey, did this closing? Especially in my closing email, it has, let's say I had an email docs back, I will put, back to the company, my attachments are one file compressed, just in case it was too big, one file renamed with the borrower's name, executed package. So they know this is the right file, so they're not confused. Borrower's ID copies. If I'm doing an invoice attached with the borrowers, everything is organized for them on one email. But in that email, I also put, this is the closing I did, it's finished, here's the tracking. And then I put any notes about the closing. The borrower was asking about this, I said you'd follow up, or they had a concern about this, yada, 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 yada. And then I also put a little blurb that anything that is like, so if they have a concern, we just at the table. Let's say, for example, they said, hey, they wanted to execute it copy of the documents mailed to them hard copy. I don't have to call you at the table for that. I'm gonna put that in my closing notes. You can take care of that after, right? And so then, and also in that email, I say, keep me posted or something like that on the file should you need anything else for this loan to close, right? They love when I do that. They're like, oh, great, awesome, thank you. Like, double check, let me know if I missed anything. Keep me, I don't say that part because we want to look for mistakes, but I just say, follow up with me if you need anything for this to close. It's a prime example of something really funny. It was a funny story because you said, Tammy, something about her printer and her scanner. I had this closing in Florida and I had a full day. I was loaded. And so I'm back to back to back to back. But one of my closings was a purchase. So, that same day fund, they need docs. But so I had a purchase and then I had another one right after. But the time was getting by me. So I was like, okay, I don't have time to scan right now. I'm going to hit this close real quick. Then I'll hit my scan. Then I'll do my next close. Anyway, the next close took longer than I expected. And so that really put my time back. And I'm like, man, I got to get these scans in. So I went to scan this package. And my Wi-Fi, mine's on my hotspot. So I have a hotspot on my phone. But your hotspot, how many of y'all know your hotspot's only as good as the Wi-Fi that you're around? Like if your phone doesn't have much signal, your hotspot kind of is some trash. So I went to start doing my scans. When I tell you my scanner was moving like 1 mile a minute, it was bad. And I'm in the back of my trunk in my car trying to scan this purchase closing in to get it in before cutoff, because I got same day funding. My next guy's a refi. He's not same day fund. So hold on, honey. We're going to get you together. This is same day fund. I got to get this out. And it's going 1 mile a minute because my Wi-Fi is so slow. But guess what? I had to sit in that parking lot and sit there and let that thing scan away 1 mile a minute because it had to get in there, And so that's why I said, like, somebody might say, well, I couldn't get it in because yada, yada. You can't do that. Your clients are expecting the best from you. Another example where I had a closing, again in Florida, these are recent stories where I had a closing and I looked at the shipping label and the title company was in the same city I was in. And so I didn't have another closing that day. So I just called and said, hey, I'm going to drop the package off to you so you can have it today. And she was just so excited. Like she was beyond floored. Like, oh my gosh. Really? I said, because you got to realize if I ship that package, the title company, they had to pay for the shipping. So it's like, I just drop it off. It's not that deep. It's fine. I'll bring it to you. And she loved that. And that company I still work with today. It's so funny because they always ask, are you back in Florida? Like, are you here? I have a couple of them. Are you here? Let me know when you get back. Right. Let me know when you get back. Like I have a couple companies that look for me first for e-notary. And that I don't know why. I think it's because I'm always available. Like if someone says right now, can you I e-notarize really fast. Like I'm real fast with the e-notarization. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Move it. All right, let's go. So I'm really quick in processing them. So if a lot of companies will say, hey, can you do, and then I'm really good with the last minute. So like I said, I have a hotspot and I have people who'll say, oh, real quick, can you get this done in the next 20 minutes? Send it to me. I always have my hotspot. I always have my laptop. There's never a time. That's why I say you always have to keep your supplies with you. There's never a time I don't have a notary stamp on me, ever. They can say when Vanessa died, what she had, her notary stamp in her pocket. There is never a time that I do not carry what I do for a living. So I keep my notary supplies with me. So on that same token, if I'm doing e-notary, I'm always keeping my laptop with me. So that way I can be able to pop up and I'm telling you, e-notary is my fave. It's my new fave. I just also don't like sitting on the computer all day. So it's not like some people say, well, I want to be full-time Ron. I want to wake up and start doing Rons at 8 and stop at 5. I don't want to sit down all day on the computer. Beautiful thing about being a notary is you can pick and choose what you want to do. So I like when people just call and say, hey, can you do it real quick? Gotcha. That's where I live, right? I like loan closings. I like general notary work. You name it. As far as, I do pretty much all of it. Like I do weddings periodically. I'll do field inspections. I'll do apostilles. I'll do fingerprinting. I dibble dabble in all of it. My preference is loan closing and general notary work. That's my preference. General notary work is one of my faves for sure because you don't have to print anything. Literally. Let me tell you what it looks like. You just have it's in my other bag. I was going to say, I just have my stamp, which I do have. It's over there. I have my stamp, and someone just calls and they say, hey, can you notarize this agreement for me? And I'm like, okay, yeah, where are you? And they'll say, I'm here. Great. Be there at $50. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'll see you in a minute. And I drive my car and I pull up and I walk inside. I say, let me see your ID. Let me see the document. Go ahead, sign right here. Good. Awesome. Fill it out, stamp, pay me. And I'm gone. And I'm gone. So general notary is definitely my favorite. That's not even a question. It's, you know how much money I've made from doing signings at nursing homes? I can't even tell you. Like, when I figured out that plug, that was a gold mine, honey, it doesn't even compare. Do you know why I love that so much? And I have a whole course on working with nursing homes and hospitals. I'll put it in the chat for you. Because the life cycle never ends. Nursing homes always have new people that come in. Unfortunately, it's a life cycle. They're always bringing in new people all the time. So it's never like, oh, all our residents still here. Unfortunately, no. They're always bringing more people. So guess what? You're always going to be calling me to get these documents done. And so between nursing homes and hospitals, like I'm going to list one of the hospitals in my area. They have a list of notaries. I'm on that list. I get calls from people all the time because the hospital's like, oh, here's a notary list. How many of you guys check? Do you check with your hospital? Say, hey, do you guys have a list for notaries? Like, it's like, but it's also research. I'm always researching how can I market my business. Like when I wanted to get on weddings here, most, not all of them, a lot of the courthouses in my area have a wedding officiant list. When you get your wedding officiant license in Virginia, you don't automatically go on a list. You have to actually reach out to all of these courthouses individually and get on their list. And some of them have you do extra stuff. Oh, you got to mail a letter, and then you got to get approved, and then you got to bring your business cards. You got to come in person. Who knows? But you have to do the initial research to figure out how can you market your services to get those leads. You see what I'm saying? So the main thing that I wanted to just cover is like, it's a lot of work, and Tammy was just telling the same thing I always say all the time. It's a lot of work. It's not done in a day. It's not done in a day. And wait till I tell y'all about this. Okay, so first I'm talking about the Built For You program. Then I'm going to talk about this new tool briefly because I'm going to actually email out about it. So the Built For You program is a 13-week program where me and my team will work on building your notary business, no matter where you are in your business. Okay. Hold on, I got to pull up the screen. Bam. Okay, so Built For You program, I'll put the link in the chat for you. It's for anyone that want in any state across the U.S., okay? We show you we actually build your business with you. So the 13-week program, we have a whole business legality week. We go over LLCs or articles of organization. We go over operating agreement. We go over business credit. We go over taxes. We do website builds, Google profile. We do marketing materials. We sign you up with 100 signing services and 45 inspection companies. We give you your client list for your area. We do marketing for all of the different tiers in that business. So it's a lot. For me to try to explain the whole program, it's a lot of work. But most people, like I said, most people that say, hey, Vanessa, I want to get into notary, and they go take the courses. If you're not a go-getter and you need someone to hold your hand and get you going, you want it to build for you, because it's nothing like having a hands-on coach that's actually building with you. It's actually building with you. And also, I want to show you guys one more thing. Da-da-da. You can ignore this because we're definitely still enrolling for February. I just didn't update that yet. Oh, I didn't show you her site. I forgot. Hold on. I'm going to show you Tammy's site. Okay, sis. Okay, so this is Tammy's website. It's Merle Notary Services. She's doing Northern Virginia. Remember I said every website needs a blog? And Tammy, make sure, I know you're still there, you can see me. Make sure we're adding more content. But the tool I'm going to show you, honey, when I tell you. Okay, y'all know I love AI. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I love AI. Like AI is my thing. Okay, wait till I show you this tool. It is absolutely amazing. I love how you did this too. This is cute. I like that. All right, so this is Tammy. Like I said, she's in Northern Virginia. Love it, love it. Very professional, guys. Professional. How many other people have a professional looking website like this? You have to be professional, especially when you're going to title companies and attorneys. They're not trying to work with just anybody. You have to show up. You got to show up. Okay. Really, really important. You got to show up. All right, hold on. Let me show you. I showed you that. And then also, I think that's it. I feel like I'm missing something that I wanted to tell you, but I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. Maybe because it's snowing out here. But anywho, any questions, guys, before we wrap up for today? I wanted to hop on here and just really tell you guys all about Tammy's journey. And I know I don't get a chance to do a lot of student interviews. I'm working on that. That's my goal for this year, is to keep having more people on so you guys can see their progress. Is definitely my goal. I think the next one I have on is Samantha, because she's doing good. I'm gonna get her I want her to hit 6 figures. That's my thing. And wait till you guys hear her story. She might cry on here, y'all. Listen. But I know she can do it. It's just take a mind. It's focus. That's it. It's just focus. Okay. Tamika, you said, what are you emailing? Different things. That's why it's not just one. It's like I have a template that I send out, like a blanket one that I use. Then I custom depending on who I'm trying to target, what I'm trying to push. If it's e-notary, if it's whatever it is, I target it like that. But wait till I show y'all this tool. I'm gonna show you something really quick. Somebody who wants me to show them their website and how you can fix it. Somebody put their website in the chat. I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. Hold on. All right. Dun, dun. Okay. Let me see. Actually, I'll show you my site that I'm working on. How about we do that? Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, good. Maria, I'm going to do yours. All right. bbratmobilenotary.com. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so looking at your site, let me put it on the screen first. And this is the tool that I'm talking about that I'll be teaching at the NNA. All right, let's screen share. All right, Maria, let's see what you got going on. So right now, is there a Chesterfield, Missouri? Are you near that? Dun, dun, dun. Mobile Notary, St. Louis. I'm going to tell you. Hold on. All right, so I can see your competitors. Presney Well Notaries, Notary Services, St. Louis, STL Mobile Notary Service.com. All right, and all right, so I'm gonna tell you who's who's the biggest in your space right now. That's ranking for what you're trying to rank, and we're gonna look at both sites. Okay, this is yours. From the outside looking in, it looks good. I like the build. We definitely need to work on your meta tags. I can tell that from looking. I've been doing a lot of SEO lately, so I can see what it's going to tell me before I do it. All right. And I actually know her. I think this is the person that I'm thinking about. I think I know her. I do know her. She's one of my students too, if I'm not mistaken. It looks so familiar. If I see a picture of her, I could tell you. All right. I'm going to tell you who is outranking you right now. Watch this. They are outranking you. STL Mobile Notaries outranking you right now. And you're probably like, well, why? Why is this person outranking me right now? Let's see what they got. They got a blog. I don't see anything on their blog unless it's not loading. Let's see. Okay. All right. So it very well could be on their backside of their site. So they have way more keywords than your site is ranking for. Okay, they're getting more traffic and they're getting more keywords. And let's see if it's all organic. Hold on. Yeah, all organic. And you guys are going for the same keyword. So what you would do, I'm going to help you real quick. Watch this. Hold on. I'm going to show you real quick. Boom. Okay, so going back to your site, you don't have much organic traffic at all, which means on the average month, you're getting like only a handful. I don't even want to say 2. It's just saying 2, but you should have a little more than 2 people to your site. Let me see. All right, but I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Mobile Notary St. Louis is what you're trying to rank for. I told you the other person is ranking for that. So what you want to do is switch your keyword. So your keyword that you want to do, Mobile Notary St. Louis. Hold on. I'm going to tell you. You want to go for, it's a lot that are not being used. Mobile Notary Services St. Louis. You probably know these cities more than I do. Mobile Notary St. Louis, Missouri. So it's different exact terminologies you would put. And then what you would do, so this tool that I'm talking about, then what you would do is you would put, it'll tell you exactly what content pieces to put on there. So Mobile Notary St. Louis. Okay, let me see. I'm going to tell you. Hold on. Keyword magic tool. This is a little complicated to do. Let me see. Hold on. I forgot. I almost passed something. Hold on. We're going to do a site audit really quick. My fave. Wait, you're not STL. What is yours? Feedback Mobile Notary. All right, hold on. No. All right. Oops. Site audit. It keeps running away from me. Hold on. Just be patient with me for a second. Create project. Okay. All right. So it's going to tell me exactly what's wrong with your site. Give me a second. I might have to email it to you because I don't know. It typically takes like 5 minutes sometimes too. And if it's not instant, it's really crawling. All my stuff was through Google, but it is through Google, but you can also make it through your website. That's what I'm saying. And so this tool is so cool because, and we're using that for notary sites now too. So we're going to start building them, just the sites with this. But what it does, it basically allows you to see what's wrong with your site. It says, okay, you want to rank for these terms. You need to fix all of these things on your site. And then it tells you exactly what content you need to put on your site and how. Put this on your homepage. Put this on your subdomains. Like, it'll tell you exactly how to build it out. And then you watch it, and it'll show you exactly how to rank for those keywords. I'm telling you, I love this thing. And this is the thing I'm going to be teaching at. But when your report is done, I'll send it to you, Maria. I'm just going to download it. I have your email. Once it's done, I'll send you the report. And then you can just say, hey, this is what I got to fix. Yep. It should be a way to download the whole report. I'm pretty sure there is. And I'll just email it to you. But yeah, I'll be teaching this at the NNA conference. So it's definitely a loaded tool. Really cool. So yeah, got you, sis. That's what I want to do for Tammy too. I'll do the assessment on her site. Y'all got to wait. It's a secret. I told you it's a secret. I have to teach at the NNA conference. After I teach it, I'll put it out. That way, it's not like, oh, we know what she's going to teach. It's a surprise. Actually, a couple things I'll be teaching, but that's going to be one of them. All right, guys. That is also Clock on the Wall. Any questions before we go? Don't forget today you still use that promo code BROTHER for 70% off our trainings. And if you want to get started in the Built For You program, I put the link in the chat. I thought I did. Didn't I? I think it's just bit.ly. It's just bit.ly Built For You program. Just put bit.ly Built For You program. It takes you there. All right, guys. I think I hit everybody's questions. It is a secret until the NNA conference. And then NNA conference is in June. It's in June. Okay. But yeah, all right, guys. That is all. Oh, you joined the Built For You program. We haven't had our meeting yet. It is snowing. I know. Notary's closed today. That's the beautiful thing about having your own business. You can close. It's closed today because of the snow, but I just came in to do her interview. How do you stay organized and schedule your life with kids and a full-time job? So it was really important for me to build a life that works around my family. A lot of people, they get a job, they build it off on their job. I build my life. I design my life, and then anything I put in it has to work how I want it to go. So that's why, like, now I'm primarily trying to do everything online for the most part as for my life now, because I do like plan on traveling a lot more. So online notary, online training, you know, even I do other things. I'm a loan officer, I do real estate, everything's online. And it's so funny because I was showing my mortgage director, the company that I do mortgages for, this tool that I'm talking about, as far as how, when I tell you the automation is crazy, the automation is, I can't talk about AI because AI is a whole rabbit hole. And then if I get too deep in it, I won't get off this live. I'll be here for hours. Like, did you see this tool? Did you see this tool? You can do this? Yeah. I will tell you, we do have a surprise coming out. I might put it out today. I wanted to finish it a little bit more and do a little bit of testing, but we do have a surprise. You're going to love it. Look at my face. And it's free. You're going to love it. Okay. I'll try to put it out today. If I can't get it out today, it'll definitely go out this week for sure. But yeah, that's awesome. How many of you guys grabbed your free copy yesterday? Yesterday we did. I put it on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure you get on there. Okay. We gave away these for free. Today you can still get them with promo code BROTHER, notarytonotary.com. Go under training. And will you post to your YouTube and say, yes, I will. It'll be on there. All right, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as members. We are going back to our member monthly giveaways. You do have to be a member in order to win. We used to do that all the time. I think we haven't done it in like 2 years. So we're putting that back in for this year as well. So when you go subscribe, just put become a member. And then you'll be entered into our member-only content, member-only giveaways. And we do a big giveaway once a month for YouTube members. All right, guys, that's awesome. Clock on the wall. And we always win the first. The first of the month makes it easy. The first of the month, that's when we do our YouTube member of the month announcement. All right. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Be awesome on purpose. I think it's only 99 cents or $1.99. It's on when you go to the YouTube, you have to do it from the app too. If you try to do it from your browser, I don't think it works. Or if you got to do it from the browser, I forget. But when you go click it, it's only one level. Like, I don't do all the levels to the YouTube. It's just one level. We keep it simple. We keep it simple. Okay. All right, guys. I will see you guys away. Go be great on purpose. Until next time, happy signing. Yay! Rick's a member. I like it. I was actually looking at a Built For You student. We're trying to get her website right. Hold on. Don't add it to the website. I apologize. Just add it to the Google profile. And we do Google business profiles too in the Built For You. Come on. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys away. Go be great on purpose. Have a great week. I'm going to have a great snow day. Toodly-doos.
Hey, guys. Have you had a chance to get a copy of my new book, The Ultimate Ron Guide? If you are ready to build a remote online notary business, then this book is what you need. In this book, I give you all the information that you need to know in order to build a successful remote online business, no matter what state you're in, as long as your state authorizes remote online notarizations. Head on over to Amazon today and get your copy. You'll be glad you did.